Stay in the game of life. How does one stay in the game of life? Now, to make this more fun and just easy to understand and to grasp, the few points I'm going to share here, let's just do a role play. And this is a discussion between me and you as the audience. Now, you as the audience might say, you know, I've been feeling so overwhelmed lately. It's like life is just throwing challenge after challenge at me. I'm starting to wonder if it's even worth staying in the game. And I might say to you, hey, I totally get where you're coming from. Life can be tough, no doubt. But you know what they say? When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. You might say, well, I know, but it's easier said than done. Sometimes I feel like life is, sometimes I feel life is just like I'm just running on a hamster wheel, never making any real progress in this thing called life. And I might say, I hear you. But think about it this way, those challenges you are facing, they are just shaping you. Every obstacle you overcome, every setback you push through, it's all molding you into a stronger, more resilient person. You might say, I suppose you're right. It's just hard to see the bigger picture when I'm knee deep in the struggle. And I might say to you, well, totally understandable. Remember the time you were so unsure about that job interview, for example. You thought you'd fail for sure, but you aced it. That's proof that you've got what it takes to tackle whatever comes your way. You might say, yeah, well, I guess I tend to forget my past successes when new problems arise. I might say, well, exactly that. And you're not alone in this. We all have our moments of doubt. The key is to keep reminding yourself of your strengths and the victories instead of focusing only on the big ones. Absolutely. And remember, it's okay to ask for help when it's needed. No one expects you to go through life's challenges alone. No, not at all. You might say, you're right, I tend to isolate myself when things get tough, thinking I should handle it all on my own. I might say to you, you know what? We all do that sometimes. But you got friends and family, you have other support systems. Even if you don't have that, you always have to remember you have the main source, the source of life, the creator as we know him, Jah. Even though you still can pick yourself up as long as you're alive. Thanks for saying that. You always know how to put things into perspective, man. It's just hard to shake off that feeling of wanting to give up. I might say to you, well, I hear you, but think about all the possibilities you'd be missing out if you gave up now. Life is full of surprises, and you'll never know what's around the corner if you don't keep moving forward. You might say, well, you're right. I shouldn't let fear hold me back. I might say to you, well, exactly that. Fear is natural, man. But courage is about facing that fear head on and pushing through it. Oh, yeah, I guess I need to start changing my mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, I should view them as opportunities for growth. And I might say to you, yeah, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. And don't forget to take care of yourself along the way. Rest, self care, and maintaining a positive mindset are all crucial for staying in the game. You might say, yo, you're like my personal coach, counselor. Yeah, well, We all need someone to remind us of these things from time to time. Just promise me one thing: no matter how tough it gets, you won't give up on the game of life. You might say, yeah, I promise. And thanks for being here for me, counselor. Man, anytime. Look here, beautiful people. We are all in this together, navigating the twists and turns of this life. Just remember, you've got what it takes to not only survive, but to thrive through this game of life. Keep on thriving to this game of life. And that's how you will always stay in the game. Beautiful people, from the north to the south, east to the west, always listen to wise counsel.